A jam-packed high school hallway as students, many of whom are not wearing masks, change classes. Sophomore Hannah Waters took the photo and posted it on Twitter.
I took it out of mostly concern and nervousness.
So schools opened up in Georgia recently, and 15-year-old Hannah Waters, a sophomore at North Paulding High School, was suspended after she took photos of her classmates not wearing masks, walking around the halls as you would predict would happen. Um, Her school suspended her. That suspension has, since the story went very public, that suspension has been overturned. And this conversation has gotten even bigger now that something like 9 people from that high school have now been tested positive, and there will be more. We can expect almost certainly there will be more. And this was entirely avoidable. We knew this was going to happen, and people didn't care. The politicians said, open up the schools, and politicians are still saying, open up the schools. In New York, Democrats are even saying that. Cuomo is planning on opening up the schools, and Chuck Schumer has said he endorses reopening the schools, and more kids are going to be put in danger, and the adults around them will be in danger. And all this talk about how, oh, kids are practically immune, or practically safe from death. For one thing, sure, children are less prone to die from this disease, but they will, in small numbers, die from this disease. And those who don't die from this disease may have lifelong health problems because of it. And then, of course, those kids will go home. They'll infect their parents. Of course, they'll infect faculty at their schools. And it will spread to adults after adult and continue this madness even further. And this is not just Trump, it's not just the Republicans, it's also the Democrats. This is ridiculous. This is the human capital idea within capitalism. This is, we need to open the schools and get back to normal to make money, to get the markets moving again. And if we have to do a little child sacrifice on the side in order to do that, sure, why not? It's not my kid, it's somebody else's kid. So who gives a shit? And that is horrifying.
But she channels the late Georgia congressman and civil rights hero John Lewis.
I'd like to say that this is some good and necessary trouble, so
I love this girl. I love that this is reminding me more and more of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas Parkland students, and that the kids are outsmarting the adults. They understand what's going on, and they're acting. They are acting so maturely, and the adults are acting like absolute children. It's one of the reasons that gives me a lot of hope in the Zoomer generation. These kids are hooked in online. They know what's going on. They know that how empty these politicians' promises are, and they are acting. And I'm super proud of that generation. The kids are all right.